I need $1 bad.
We are live, week 5, player props late. It is fucking late. I'm drunk. We are fucked up. It is Thursday night player props after that fucking banger of a fucking Thursday night football game. Big cheers. I gotta take a water. We're gonna get crazy in the player props. So
you gonna throw 20 units out again?
We're gonna get crazy on the player.
Gonna behave myself tonight. All right.
I like some overs. I like overs in rushing and receiving.
Gonna behave.
I like anytime touchdown stores.
Gonna behave myself tonight. Quick recap. Looking at the numbers here. 800, almost 900 total yards of offense. Falcons threw for 500 yards. Yeah, box score tells Falcons win this game. It was a lot closer than it should have been.
Hold on.
Unbelievable game.
Whoa there. Box score watcher Connor, did you watch the game? Because that's not at all how the game played out.
I'm just telling you, if you look at the box score, the Falcons outgained the Bucs by 200 yards.
They were playing from behind. The Bucs blocked a kick. The Bucs were getting great field position off every single one of their kick returns.
Listen, the Bucs were one first down away from taking a knee and ending the game.
I understand. If you look at the box score, Falcons outgained the Bucs by 200 yards.
Okay.
Period.
It doesn't tell the whole story.
I agree, but listen, I don't have all the numbers, okay? But looking at the yards per play and the total yards, Falcons outgained the Bucs by 200 yards. 6.8 yards per play for Falcons to 6.5 yards per play. The Bucs were better on third down. Falcons were 2 for 3 on fourth. Falcons ran 30 more plays. Falcons were sacked 3 more times. Bucs punted 1 more time. Each team had 1 turnover. Falcons obviously 1 time of possession. It was a great game.
In a season of really shitty subpar quarterback play, Kirk and Baker were dueling tonight, throwing it back to what you expect quarterbacks to fucking look like.
Those corners out there on both sides were
the Bucs corners were fried bologna. Cool. Well done. It was bad.
I saw Darnell Mooney cook Jamel Dean 4 times tonight.
I just want to say,
and dropped the ball 3 times.
Week in and week out, I always talk about praise for Kirk O'Chains and my boy Baker, and I love it. I was in heaven. Other than Baker not getting 200, fuck off for that. But it was great ball from both sides. It was fun game.
Okay, Kirk will never throw 58 balls again in his career, so that's not gonna happen. Again.
He was getting blasted, by the way, too. He was getting fucking blasted. Shout out to Kirk. That was a hell of a
shout out. Big shout out.
That defense was toast, but that was a great performance by Kirk.
Drake London, all-time career game, 12 catches, 154 TD. Darnell Mooney, also career game, 9 catches, 105, 2 TDs. Kyle Pitts, career game, 7 catches, 88 yards. Shout out Nick Trippman. Thank you, my boy. Would
you believe when I was playing around with my boost earlier today that one of the combinations I was having was I put Mooney and Evans 2+ TDs in there for my boost?
You're pretty good.
That would have been so sick.
I saw that on.
I was more on Algier actually, which I more than Bijan.
Well, Algier was 6 for 12.
I saw that on Twitter.
Fucking Baker Mayfield sold a 11-leg parlay for not hitting 200 yards passing.
Unbelievable.
Also, shout out Bucky Irving coming through. Thank you, my man.
Yards, catch the whale play, motherfuckers. Catch it. Come on.
Dude, Connor, you know I missed it by half a yard.
Yeah, I know.
Bro,
yeah, I got it at 42.
Win?
I will say something. The Mike Evans, Darnell Mooney 2+ touchdown parlay on Twitter I saw was plus 20,000. Somebody had it.
It was way more than that.
Well, I saw it as plus 20,000.
It was plus 100 something.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that's why I was messing with it, and with the profit boost I got, it's like plus 150,000.
$10 would have won you 10 grand, buddy.
Yeah, brother, I know.
Hey.
But then I looked up Mooney's stats for the year. I was like,
And on to the greatest streak to start out an NFL football season of all time. The whale is 5-0 on the season coming from me. If you want to make money, tail my whales. 3-unit plays.
Whale.
Tail my
You
whales.
got a whale too.
Tail my whales.
If you want to
first
have
5
extreme
weeks-
stress, tail Corey's whale plays.
What, the
He was
Bears
on
the
wrong
Bears
side
was a
of the
no
ball.
sweat.
He was on the wrong
The Bears
side
was a
of the
no
ball.
sweat last week. Bears
Not
was a no sweat last
technically.
week.
No
5-0,
sweat?
3 units on each play.
Wow.
Throughout the first 5 weeks. It's the best bet in the world right now. Get it while it's still hot. We're going for 6-0 next week.
All right.
He's gonna
Whatever
start charging. He's gonna start charging. Be ready.
Whatever Corey bets, I am betting the opposite.
How'd that work out for you this week, bud? How'd that work out for you this week?
We're
bud?
gonna start charging.
I was on the right side of the ball this week, and you got lucky.
Technically, you weren't, but
That's ATL.
I understand what you're saying.
He got
Connor.
lucky.
Shut
Understand
the
what
fuck
you're
up with
saying.
the box score stats. The Bucks.
You
dominated
don't
that
know
game from
what
start
you're. No,
to
the fuck they did not.
All right.
Period.
All right, we're done talking about
200
this.
extra
This
yards
guy's
of
an idiot,
offense.
bro.
You're fucking clueless. You don't know what you're talking about. You don't know what you're fucking talking about.
They're starting on the 40 every single possession, dumbass. That's why they had less yards. They didn't have to go
You're
as far.
fucking clueless, and they lost.
Hey,
Okay, fine,
reality
they
check.
lost.
You're
Fucking
fucking
bubble.
clueless.
It's a blatant face mask.
Baker only had 180 yards passing. You think you're on the right side of this?
170.
Oh my God, Baker was 50 yards of it
Reality check.
on garbage scramble.
Reality check.
Yeah,
Your bank
basic
account
animal.
doesn't care
You're
what should have
insane,
won.
bro.
Oh my
In
god.
game one,
can't-
moving on, London, we got the New York Jets versus.
Like, it's just
Vikings.
crazy. And to come in on this, the bulk of this rushing is Rashad Wright's one rush for fucking 70 yards.
Do those yards not count?
Ridiculous. And you want to hype on Bucks to the right side. Blah, blah, blah. Come on, bro. You don't know what you're talking about. It's
All right,
okay.
you didn't watch
It's
the
okay.
game then. If you
I
think
watched the
Falcons dominated
entire
that
fucking
you
game.
didn't watch- you
They
didn't watch.
absolutely did.
Connor, you
They
can't
absolutely
base it
did.
off a box score. That's not how football
Brother,
works. dog.
Okay. You
You
know what?
can't- and
I'll let you guys do what you do, and I'll do what I
I'm
do.
not saying all the
okay?
time, but
As
every
far as it
game
goes.
is not
Every
decided by the
game you
box
pull up the
score.
box score, you're
Every
like, oh,
game
this
is
is
not
just
decided by the
lopsided.
box score.
It's
not.
extremely lopsided. They
You
almost
think?
doubled them.
All right, let's move on. We got
Period.
They
Bank
had to
account
go 60
doesn't
yards
care.
with no
Yeah.
timeouts for a last-second field goal just to send it to
They
overtime. It was not a
literally started
dominant
at the
game.
they literally started at the 30 and got to the 45. They gained 30 yards on that play.
Connor,
I
we're
wasn't
just gonna-
sweating at all. I knew that
We're
was
just
in
going to
there.
disagree.
You know,
We'll
it's
put a
it,
poll
we
up to
will.
see people who watched the
Okay,
game. what they thought.
absolutely. I agree. The Falcons.
They got the spike with one
Won
second
that
left.
game.
The fucking field goal.
I
And they
agree.
And then they decided to get a delay game because they said 46 isn't far enough. I want 51.
Yeah, I mean they
Shout
came
out
up
Young
empty on a
Wei
couple
Koo.
drives.
He's a money printer. If you're not betting Koo's over every week, you're fucking missing out on free money. That's
I just tell you. Tried telling you.
Yeah, we must have not been. We must have not been watching the same game.
We still cash, but we hit 3.
Yeah.
Simple.
Easy cash.
It was a no sweat cash. No sweat.
You want to tell him
Alright.
that you didn't bet it though? Pussy. Take the
I didn't
juice.
because I gave it to you early and I didn't bet it early. I'm a dumbass. It was minus 140 on Tuesday. It was minus 160 today because they
Take
figured
the
it out.
juice.
They know that I'm giving out these
Take
free
the
picks.
juice.
And DK's cracking down. They're cracking down on me. All right,
Okay.
let's go. We got picks to
Let's
give.
go.
5-0.
Let me.
Hold on. No, Brant's gonna
Wait,
give his
wait,
picks.
Brant's
He's
Oh,
gonna
yeah,
send
that's
his pod.
Let it eat.
Yeah, I
man.
missed pod, so I'm gonna give out a couple picks here. I've only got a few. My first one is the Lunder,
Yes.
40 and a half,
Yes.
which I have played every year that I've had a gambling account. And Corey, I saw that you have the over in this game.
I
Did
know.
you know that it's in London?
Brant, I'm a Lunder taker. I always have been for the rest, like my past life last year,
Lunder
2 years
taker.
ago. I'm a Lunder taker.
Wait,
There's
Brant.
just something about
Brant,
this.
Let me
that
tell
I
you
had
what
to
I
go
caught
with you.
Corey on. Corey said that he thought, remember? Okay, so let me retract. Arizona versus Commanders. What did he say? The over was too obvious. I'm going to take the under. He did the
It was.
same
That
thing
was a-
in this
no,
game, and I caught
no.
him, and he thought for a second.
Arizona
like,
scored 14.
No,
I was
I'm
right.
gonna rock with it still.
Arizona
So
scored
I'm
14
just
points.
Corey, you admitted that you were wrong on it. You're a
It took
hypocrite.
Washington
Go ahead,
hanging
Brant.
a 40
Go ahead, Brant.
ball.
There's rain
did
in
it.
the forecast. They're at Tottenham Stadium, which sucks.
Mm.
Rodgers has
Hot
this
Spurs.
swollen knee. I mean, White Hart Lane, Corey. I'm very familiar.
Shout out
I'm a
Harry
fucking
Kane.
Spurs
I know
fan.
you're not there anymore, but shout
Heung-min
out Harry
Son.
Kane.
Shout out
Yeah.
Heung-min Son.
Heung-min
So,
Son,
yeah.
South Korea.
Anyway, this is going under by a mile. I'm also on Bears minus 3.5, which is pretty much just a straight fade of the Panthers. I'm on Bengals +3 or 2.5 either way. Just because Burrow gets up for Ravens games and his quote about being aggressive early, I think is what we need to win. I teased Tampa up to 8.5, and I paired it with Seattle down to -0.5 point. I haven't hit a teaser yet this year, but I'm going to keep trying them. And then my last play that I know is going to piss some of you guys off that I fucking love. This is my best play of the week. I might bump it up to 3 units. It's Bills Texans under 47.5.
You know it's in a dome,
Wow,
right?
that is sharp.
Do you know it's in a dome?
No, that's
Did
You know it's
sharp.
indoors.
It's in a dome?
It's indoors.
Did you know
we're
it's
Texans
indoors?
betters.
The
Does that
weakness of the
change things
Bills
to you, Brett?
defense is
Did you
in
know
the
that?
middle. No. The weakness of the Bills defense is in the middle in their interior defensive line and their middle linebackers. And that is not an area that I think Houston is
Those are
capable
barbecue
offensively
chicken.
of taking advantage of.
That is a sharp bet,
Texans.
Brand.
But did you know that it's indoors?
Yes, the Houston Texans they have a dome.
I was just making sure to read. Look,
Alright,
am I
you're-
fucking talking you, Goldilocks? Shut the fuck up.
Connor, you're indoors as well. If you didn't know, I don't know if you knew that.
I'm
but
well
you
aware.
are under a roof.
Jerry's
Okay.
World.
He doesn't even know where
What
he
does
is.
that have to fucking
Yes,
do?
hey,
with
Jerry's
it?
World.
What the fuck even?
I
You're in a
like the,
fucking basement,
Jerry's
buddy.
World.
World
Great
takes
I
picks,
like the
Cowboys.
line
Why don't
makers
you get out of the
rule whether
fucking
they're
basement and get to the
indoors or
first
not.
floor?
I like
All
the base.
right,
It's
are
cooler
we
down
ready to
here.
get up some player props? Those are great picks, Brett.
Thank
Stays
you.
cold down here.
Yeah, enjoy that.
I will. Thank you.
Did you have any questions about any of our picks, Brent? You said you might have had some questions.
Yeah, what were your questions?
Yeah,
Any of our plays?
Corey's over was my big one that
the
I wanted to
Lover.
ask.
It hurts me to take it, Brand. I'm sorry.
Browns Commanders. I was shocked to see so many of you on the Browns. I feel like that's
the
probably
sharpest bet of the week.
the right play, but how can you put money on Deshaun Watson right now?
I'm
How?
fading
Washington's
Jaden
defense
Daniels.
is
I'm
so bad.
fading Jaden Daniels. I have
Washington's
another
defense is
fading
that
Jaden
bad.
Daniels play coming
I
up.
mean, the price for the Commanders is definitely way inflated, but I don't know that this is the spot to be fading them against Cleveland.
I think this is Cleveland back up against the wall too. I think this is bag of tricks. This is kitchen sink. This is
It's the best
season
defense
or
that
bust.
Jane Daniels has played yet this year. Period.
And then just I don't know. But Bills Texans is the best game of the week.
All right.
I want to
Steelers-
pick a
Steelers,
side just
Cowboys.
because it's such a fun game.
Well, let's get into it. Jets versus the Vikings. There is no home field advantage. It's a neutral field in London across the pond. This is going to be an interesting game. I don't really have anything too particular on this. Luke?
I got it. This is the pick that I wanted to give on Tuesday because it was at 62.5. It's now at 63.5, but we're still smashing Aaron Jones over rushing yards. This is the easiest bet you can make. The fucking Jets are giving up hella rushing yards. They're super weak on the defensive line. Vikings have been a fucking toss. They've been
Is Williams not playing?
What's the line, Luke?
63.5 minus 115.
Mike Williams?
Is who?
Quinnen Williams?
No,
Oh.
I mean Quentin Williams is playing. He's good, but he's like they've just been they gave up what to Jordan Mason week 1, like 100 plus. I think
And his brother plays linebacker?
yeah. Aaron Jones has hit 63.5 plus in each game this year, except for he had 33 against I think week 2. But yeah, he's running really well. He's a really good player. That's going to be a shitty game. They're going to run the ball, and I think that they can get got.
Does Sauce Gardner hold Justin Jefferson under 78.5?
Looking at it, brother. Can't do it again. Burn me last week on a garbage time.
I don't know, dude. It's shade to the under.
19
I
yards
just
a half.
Oof. I don't know. He's pretty good.
I do have a play. I'm gonna ride what Brand's saying. Shitty weather. Jets offense kind of sucks dick. I'm gonna ride 1 unit Aaron Rodgers under 225 passing yards. 225.5 passing yards.
It's that high.
Also,
Yeah.
thought it is.
It's above
Thought
Sam
you're
Darnold's.
I'm kind of also leaning the Jets. So I'm thinking if the Jets are up, just give the ball to Braylon Allen and Breece Hall. Let it eat. They're gonna run. So I don't think he's gonna pass much. So
I
I'm
won
gonna-
my Braylon Allen hate bet by the skin of my teeth last week. I won it by the hook, so I'm staying away from that ever again.
Hunter, I had this under written down as well. This was one I was gonna bring up to you guys to see how you liked it. The only issue is that the Vikings have given up a ton of passing yards in almost every matchup this year.
Usually garbage time.
Right. But yeah, Rodgers only 2 games over 200. It was on 42 and 35 attempts, and I don't think he gets anywhere near that.
Rock with me a unit on this. Let's ride.
Yeah, I'll take a unit on Rodgers under 225.5. Yeah.
I dig it. Let's do it.
He
I
probably
also
hates fucking London too.
Oh, you know he hates it.
Like, oh, I can't believe I have to go here.
Yeah.
Ugh, I have to be on a plane.
Gonna be jet lag too. Con, talk about the travel. Why are we not talking about travel?
It's not travel.
got
It's
there
eating
first?
both sides.
Who
You
got there
fucking
first?
moron. They both have to travel to London.
All right,
It's,
all right,
there's no
chill
home field
out, Bill.
advantage. Yeah, no, I'm already on Jets plus 8.5. I don't have a player prop on this that
I
truly
have
wanna
a
bet.
prop on this game. I'm expecting the Jets to get Brees Hall more involved in this game because he wasn't involved at all last week.
Homer.
Okay.
Fantasy pick.
I'm
Fantasy.
also expecting the Jets to probably be down in the game. So I am taking Brees's over in receptions, over 4.5 receptions. It's at plus money. You can get it right now, plus 120 on over 4.5 receptions for
How many
Brees.
times did he hit that this year?
I actually haven't even looked. I really
Just feel
No,
no, I
your
just feel like
vibes?
this. No, I just feel like this is a game script game with the Jets being down probably most of the game. Brees does get receptions on the first drive of the game anyway. I see that a lot. So
Rodgers loves to throw to running backs early. Tony Finster
Yep.
had that stat for us.
yeah,
Just off the dome. No,
Completely
no
unfounded.
factual.
I mean,
He's hit it twice this year, Corey. He hit the first 2 games.
Brees
There you
Hall,
go.
3-1 first quarter receiving bets. That's,
Yeah.
and it's at plus money.
All right.
I like it.
I got
Are you
one-
putting a
I got
unit
one
or
bet for this.
One. Yeah.
I got
What
one
by
unit
two?
bet on Aaron Jones over 15.5 rush attempts at plus 100. And
Hey, Joel.
we're going off the rain and the weather, and I think that the Vikings are going to be leading, so I think this is a lock.
Are you a
I like it.
meteorologist? Do you
I
know
think
the
this
weather already?
is a log. I
He's
love
I'll
going
be
it.
lock
honest.
already.
I only brought up the rain because Brant brought it up and made a good point. I did not do the
It
research
just,
on
I
that.
have no idea. It just always rains in North London.
Oh, okay.
Every
So we
day.
don't. Okay, so we don't know the weather. Hopefully, it's raining
Fuck
on
you.
Sunday morning.
I went off of
All
my
right.
2 meteorologists, and I took that into account in my bet.
What's the juice on it?
It's plus 100.
It's
Real
not supposed to
quick,
rain. It's not supposed
Connor-
to rain
But
Sunday.
I still think he's rushed 19 and 22 in the last 2 games.
It's supposed to be
I think plus
supposed to be
15.5
cloudy.
is pretty well.
Connor, I love getting the Jets at a big number in a game that I like the under and that has such a low total, but I also would be a little bit worried about trying to get a team a dog up against like the hottest offense in the NFL. That doesn't worry you at all?
And this is I took a page out of Corey's book. I was like, the Vikings have been so good and the Jets been so bad. Give me Jets plus 8.5. No logic, absolutely.
It's
But I
a
see
sharp ass play.
it's sharp as
agree.
fuck. But I see
Sharp
Brant,
by
I
6
see
points.
low total. I can get
Uh-huh.
8.5 on the hook.
Well,
It's both. It's a
It's a
neutral
great
field.
spot for it, for sure.
Jets need to
Low
win
total, yeah.
bad. Vikings have been riding the high horse. I mean, they got to come to earth eventually. I wouldn't be shocked if Jets win outright. TBH. And the money line even shows it. I mean, you got a 2.5 dog at plus 124 money line.
yeah, it's like
That's
there's
crazy.
no reason
They know something.
The Jets coming off a loss to the Broncos that the Jets are only getting 2.5 points against
I
the
know.
Vikings,
That
who
makes
looks
absolutely
so
no
good.
sense.
That
Absolutely
means
no
Because
sense.
London games are a fucking shit fuck. They're
Yeah,
fucking.
all right, and it could
Rodgers
be a shit fuck where the
is
Jets
projected
win.
to have more passing yards than Darnold. It's just it's just weird. They're telling me something here. I'm looking at all these lines. It makes absolutely
It's
no
where they
fucking
catch.
sense.
It's where they catch the squares, and they're like, "Oh, the Vikings are 4-0 against the Jets." No, it's
Also,
not. It's where they
just
catch
for all
them.
the people that are like some leans in here to maybe sprinkle some, Alan Lazard over 34.5.
I saw that.
yards.
I saw
Very
that.
tempting. Very tempting.
saw
Look
that.
at Mike Rogers' second favorite target. I mean,
I
Yeah,
agree.
poor Garrett
maybe
Wilson.
first. Yeah,
What did he
It
say
was
to
first.
Rodgers?
He
Garrett
does not
Wilson
like Garrett
voted
Wilson.
blue, and
Garrett's
Rodgers
so
decided not to
good,
throw
too.
to him anymore.
Garrett's so good too. It's
He said
crazy.
he
Wait,
didn't
is
know what
that
his play
actually
was.
true? Is that actually true? That's hilarious if that's
All right,
true.
let's move
I
on.
thought he was going to
We're
give
doing
Devontae
hella
Adams
time on
targets.
this. It's a fucking
Moving
London game.
on.
It's a special game. It's in London.
Cleveland Browns on the road in Washington. We all know the story of this game. Anybody got anything on this one?
I do.
There's no Jerome.
Jay and Daniels under 48.5 rushing yards. He has
Also-
only hit this over one time. You're getting plus money on this. It's at plus 105. I think this line is ridiculous. I think the only reason that it's this high is either people don't know and the books are just raking on idiots taking this over because they think he's fast, or if they think he's going to be running more because the Browns are going to be locking them up. But I like this play a lot. They don't want to use him. He's not running into people like he did in college. He's going out of bounds. He's sliding. Under 48.5 plus 105, Corey. 1 unit.
Can you make it on that
that's
too,
good.
please?
Yeah, I agree, Luke, that number is crazy high, but I will say that he probably is likely to have a tendency to want to run if the Browns defense is covering up his first option. Like
I agree.
But yeah, it's 40. I had no idea it was 48.5.
Yeah.
Is there no Jerome Ford rushing?
No, he's playing. No, there's no stats up for it. I don't know why. But yeah, Finster said that he's going to throw you. He might throw a Mega Max on Jerome Ford's over whatever it is. But
Man, I'm really looking at Deshaun Watson over passing yards at 224. But God,
he hasn't
that's
top 200 yet this year, brother.
I know. That's why
Oh,
I'm
and
literally
so
like,
I said
God.
this on the pod last week. He's thrown the
Fuck.
ball so much too. He
Oh,
had
dude.
I
40
know.
attempts twice.
Atrocious.
I know, dude. And
Amari Cooper's
hasn't.
literally selling. He wants to get traded. He wants Deshaun fired. Amari Cooper's just dropping
I
passes off
am
his shoulder
not convinced
pads.
that like I think that there legitimately is a chance that the Browns offense is selling to get him benched.
Yeah.
That they want Jameis and that they're
I believe it.
selling the game to get Deshaun out.
Oh man, yeah, I got nothing. I mean, listen, I got Browns plus 3.5. That's enough. I don't want any more part in
I wouldn't even
this.
take that, honestly.
I want a Jaden Daniels hate watch after what he did to
This
my
is
team.
kind of an interesting bet. Browns to record a sack is minus 1,400. That's so crazy.
Yeah, Daniels is probably the most. I like Daniels. He's probably the most
That's
overrated
such a
player in the
crazy
NFL
bet.
right
Yeah.
What?
Could Jaden Daniels win MVP in his rookie year?
now.
Anybody got anything else on that?
No, he's 23.
Moving on, Ravens on the road in Cincinnati. I'm sure that my Bengals fans have some props on this one.
I do.
I also do.
I have one prop, but
It's
Luke,
Evan McPherson over 1.5 field goals. He's hit this every game this year. Money Mac's going to keep smacking this line. Expect the ball to be moving a lot. I expect teams to have to fucking settle for field goals. Tucker's is at the same. They're both minus 110. I wouldn't mind smacking both, but Tucker, if it's 50 plus, I don't feel safe.
that's
So I'm
plus
sticking
money.
with. No, they're both minus 110, Corey.
Oh,
But yeah, I'm sticking with McPherson. He's done this in every game this year. We're going to keep riding.
I heard a stat today, Luke, and I don't have like the exact numbers, but it was about red zone conversion percentage through the first 4 weeks compared to like other seasons, and it's at like
Yeah.
historic lows.
Yeah,
Teams
that's
are
why these
kicking
fucking field goals are
way more
printing.
field goals. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would
And
go
the
to
books
say
have
that
not
the
adjusted.
Ravens are not one of those teams. Just going on a limb here after what I've seen.
Okay, Connor, does Evan McPherson kick for the Ravens? Is he on that? Is he on that team?
Hey Luke, was I talking about your fucking shitty kicker? No.
I don't know, but I just don't know why you brought that up.
Did I even mention the Bengals? No, I said I would go on a limb to say the Ravens.
But
So
what
I don't
would
know
that
if
have
your
to do with my
fucking
bet?
eardrums are working tonight.
But what
Obviously
would that have to do with my bet?
fucking not.
Okay.
You fucking
You got
moron.
anything in this game?
Drunk Connor's me.
I'm looking.
Also,
looking.
this total, since we
What?
talked about it being crazy at 50 and a half, has
it's
dropped to
gone down.
49.
I'll butt
Yeah.
in. I'll butt in. I'll
We
say, I like
we
Chase
we know
Brown
better.
over 31 and a half rushing yards at minus 115. 1 unit, please.
There
He's
you
looked
go.
explosive.
He's looking explosive. He might get that
39
one
and a
run.
half.
31 and a half.
Luke, do we like Joe Burrow over 8.5 rushing yards? Joe got to move this game?
I think in
Um,
this game, if you like the Bengals in this game, I think you like unders because you think that they can get at least 1 or 2 stops. And if you like the Ravens, you like them because the Bengals have no chance of stopping their run game and they'll just score every drive.
Yeah,
no,
Lamar's
like-
rushing total's at 54.5.
I don't think he's going to hit that.
Well,
That's
I
so
do. Give me 2
Hey!
units on Lamar over. All
would
I can
think
see
he's
in my
gonna hit that.
head is a spin move to break the secondary and score a 60-yard
That was
touchdown.
that was I think before Burrow was even drafted.
What's the line at?
MVP.
That's a good.
MVP.
That's a good. good
What's
good
What's the
good
line
rate.
at?
I just pull it. It's 54 and a half minus
It
115.
was a decade ago.
Wow, you want to talk
I
about something a
also-
decade ago?
you
Mark
guys-
Andrews is at 23.5 receiving
That
yards.
is not existent.
You guys love to talk about shootouts.
Doesn't
in
have
this
that
game.
all year.
It will. Lamar's going to be running around. And they've ran him at a historically high all this season. So just
Oh, fair enough, brother. Ty?
Give me Isaiah Likely's over.
Christ.
Wow,
That's
that
not
is
real.
you just
That
donated
That was a
money.
joke.
You
That was
just
a joke.
donated.
That was a joke.
Okay.
If
All
somebody
right,
would have
let's
said,
move on.
I would have
I
liked
have
that,
I have
you
a
would
play
bet
in
that.
this game.
Oh,
What do you
Corey?
got?
I got a gun to your head right now, Corey. You better be fucking careful.
Okay.
There's a laser in the back of your dome.
Cam Taylor-Britt might be the worst fucking corner in the
Oh
league.
my god, you're such a fucking clown, dude.
You can give me Zay Flowers over 4.5 receptions in this game. They're going to try and force feed him.
They're going to try and force feed him behind the line of scrimmage.
That's fine. That's receptions. That's why I'm not taking the yards. The yard line is like 50. I don't think that can happen. 4.5 receptions at -130. Book that.
Do you know where he's been in other games this year? How many receptions he has?
So last week he didn't have very many receptions, but I believe
Well, they ran the ball like crazy.
They ran the fuck out of the ball. I want to say it was the week one game against the Chiefs. They literally forced it to him every single drive. And this
they
is
did last year a decent amount last year.
The week one, I remember seeing him get a catch on almost every drive in the second half.
I will say that he cooked us last year.
And this is a big game. I mean,
it's a huge
Ravens
game.
Bengals, Ravens Chiefs.
It's a huge game.
Two big games.
Your season is cooked.
This is for the winner of the AFC North.
You are baked beans. Quite literally not. You are baked beans.
Be. You guys are fucking baked beans.
You are baked beans.
Is the Rashad Bateman matchup. We're gonna have Dax on Zay Flowers.
Whatever.
More of a speed matchup.
Both the corner or all the corners on that in that secondary are really bad.
Cooked.
Flowers had 6 receptions week 1, 7 week 2, 3 week 3, and 1 week 4.
Yeah.
10 and 11 targets.
I'm expecting this game to be a
4
shootout.
and 2 week 2, week 3 and 4.
Like the Bengals are going to score. That's not something that you're going to doubt. Like
the Ravens are going to fucking score too.
That's what I'm saying, and they're going to be throwing the ball a lot more than they did last week.
All right, fair enough. Let's go.
Have the Rankins back and Murphy back this week?
Rankins is not practicing. BJ Hill, Miles Murphy, and Trey Hendrickson were all at practice, and
the rookie tackle as well,
Jenkins.
Yeah.
So let's move on.
Panthers, Bears.
I think we got it. My personal
so.
Amazing.
It is a must win. It definitely is a must win.
Moving.
They will.
I looked at our schedule. It's not, but
they'll win.
Moving on. Carolina Panthers on the road in Chicago. Go Panthers. Bears stink. Caleb Williams and Andy Dalton both are projected the same amount of passing yards. You want to guess? They are literally the same. It's the same number.
No,
224 and a half.
219 and a half.
Very close.
Corey's right.
216 and a half, both quarterbacks.
I feel like that has to be Caleb Williams under.
That defense is trash.
Why are you hating on
Caleb? Carolina's defense?
Yeah, why are you hating on Caleb?
Because he sucks.
I'm hating on him because I'm gonna already take.
You're taking it?
I'm gonna take Andy Dalton plus 200.
Wow.
What do you mean?
200 plus.
200 plus.
Yeah.
What's that at?
What's that juice?
It is at -180.
Thank you. I'm about to read it off.
You're taking a 2-to-1 odds on that?
Yes, I am.
He loves it.
1 to 2.
Yes, I am. Yes, he is.
1.8 to 1.
I have faith in my guy.
I'm sorry, is it 200 or more yards, or is it a plus 200 bet?
Yes.
200 or more yards.
200 more.
I have an interesting one that I want to throw out here. And
DeAndre Swift
I'm
went
like
49 and a half yards.
95% in on it. It's Roschon Johnson under 42 and a half rushing plus receiving yards. Swift kind of tore him up last week when I thought it was going to be turned into Roschon's team. I think Swift might have cemented his place there. And I don't know why that line is at 42 and a half. I'm trying to pull it up. If the ESPN fantasy app would like to let me see Roschon Johnson's stats, that would be fucking cool. But I wish
Spencer was here so that we could continue our Swift and Johnson conversation, because I was 1 week off on Swift.
What do you guys think about that? Anybody got anything to say about that?
Roschon's under?
I like the under.
I'm gonna put a unit on.
I mean, Swift had 130 yards last week total. Like, he had a breakout game, and they didn't. Roschon went from like 5 or 6 targets to 0. I think they involved Swift in the screen game a lot last week as well. I just think the Bears offense doesn't really know what they are right now. But last week was a good step in the right direction, and this is another opportunity for them to kind of figure it out against a really shitty defense and find their identity a little bit, which I think is Swift.
Roschon Johnson, the past 2 games where he's gotten more involved, has only had a 37% snap share, and he has fucking Christ.
Also,
Hey,
It was
Brant, let me
last
just
week. It was
Brant,
week
let me
three.
inject
Week
something
3
here to
that
you.
Roshan
That-
got a lot of touches.
that O line is new.
Let me
They're gonna start
inject
to gel
something here to
together.
you. For a really shitty defense in Carolina, which I agree, the total's only 41 shade to the under. This is going lower than 41. That's not what you like to see.
It's more of a reflection of distrust in the offenses, I think, that, and also like probably
Carolina's
the-
offense
the
hasn't
Bears
been bad.
the Bears defense, I think.
The Bears do.
What do you
have
think the team
very
total?
good
What do you think the team total is for Carolina?
You want an
Uh,
answer or you want
Is
me
it
to
above
guess?
14?
I'd say 17.5.
I'm going to say if it's 40, it's probably like 14 and a half.
Yeah, it's probably
40.
around
If the to-
14.
The
No,
total's
line-
41.
Yeah, well, it'd be like 17.
This is a great segment we got going here,
Whatever.
guys.
Not when they're a
Luke-
3-point
Luke,
dog. Not when
give me
they're
the
a
Ro-
3-point
yeah,
dog.
Luke.
Corey.
Give me the Roshan line and the juice. What was it?
It is under 42.5 rushing and receiving. Actually, I don't want to add the receiving because he'll get some bullshit fucking screen. So just
Sure,
take
just-
the under rushing yards. And that's gonna be.
I can't find that bet. That's weird.
Rushing yards. Roshan Johnson under. What the fuck? That drops it to 29.5. Disregard this bet. I'm not betting.
My point is that it's
Jesus
Swift's
Christ.
team
Right.
other than goal line carries. That is what I think Roshan has going for him going forward in the season is goal line carries. But outside of that, I don't expect it to be any worse than like an 80-20 split.
Well, the Panthers let the fucking both Chase Brown and Zach Moss run all over him, so I'm not.
Right. The
I think
Panthers'
it's
run
29.5.
defense is terrible.
Yeah, it's bad. Moving on, Colts on the road in Jacksonville, our Jags. The Colts, have a bottom 5 defense, and it shows. I mean, it's bad. Fields look good. Caleb Williams look good. Stroud, everybody they played has looked like a fucking superstar. So I am looking, and this hurts me.
You got it.
You gotta do it, dude. I mean,
Have
I
you
think
seen his
you
line?
really do. It's 240.
Yeah, and that's why
I
we're
know.
putting 3 units on Brian Thomas Jr.
Oh.
over 51.5 receiving yards.
Wowza!
I had a
Just
fucking
traded for him
Hey,
in fantasy.
that might be a fantasy bet. I don't know.
It is. I did trade for him fantasy, but it's also because Trevor Lawrence, if they have his line set 240 passing yards, where the fuck are those yards going?
That's
I
They're
kind of
insane.
going
like
to
Kirk
Brian
as
Thomas
well.
Jr.
I kind of like Kirk as well at 52.
Lawrence's
Let me-
line being at 240 is crazy.
Yeah.
Let me rock behind
Dude,
Luke.
this Colts D is bad.
Sorry, huh?
Let me rock behind Luke. I'm still gonna say my fucking quote. It's my every favorite bet I have on a podcast. I'm starting to do a quote for. This week we're coming from Jordan Belfort from Wolf of Wall Street. Let me tell you something. There's no nobility in poverty. I've been a rich man and a poor man, and I choose rich every fucking time. Brian Thomas is going to make us rich this week. 3 units over 51.5 minus 125. Corey, I'm also going 1 unit on 80 plus receiving yards at plus 300.
Ooh. Don't
That
you know
is-
that for me, Hunter? Don't
Yeah.
you know that for me?
God.
Luke, you had 3 unit on the baseline, right?
Yeah. We're all in on my Jags, baby. I'll
He's
put it
unreal
back
off the
on.
line.
Oh,
Unreal.
Put it
off the
back
line.
on.
Also,
Yeah.
Brant,
There it is.
the Carolina Panthers team total is 17.5.
Man, I feel like
Crickets.
you can't go wrong here. You can be on Kirk, you can be on Brian Thomas, you can be on fucking anybody.
Brian
You're
Thomas
probably
is a
gonna
better
be
receiver.
on-
Also, I saw a tweet, and I can't remember the exact stats, but at home against the Colts, Trevor Lawrence is 3-0. He has like a fucking 80-something QBR. It averages like
Who
250
fucking
passing yards a
cares?
game.
This fucking team is this defense is
Richardson
trash.
and Taylor are both on the injury report. Are they playing?
I don't think Taylor's
Taylor's
playing,
not
but I think
playing.
Richardson might. I really hope Richardson plays. I'd way rather play Richardson than fucking Flacco. Flacco was going to fucking dissect that shitty ass secondary in Jacksonville.
Dissect.
Yeah, it's just something I trust more about Flacco.
There was something about Flacco.
God, I kind of want to jump on this Brian Thomas.
Anybody else?
I do have one more play in this game that isn't the Brian Thomas.
Really good bit.
I'm taking Trevor Lawrence over 12.5 rushing yards in this game. It is.
He literally refuses to run.
Let me find the juice. It's minus 110. Past few weeks against the who the fuck are they playing? Why am I blanking?
They
Colts.
played the Texans
Against
last
Colts.
week.
No. Past few weeks, against the Colts. Fields rushed for 55 rushing yards. Josh Allen rushed for 44. Sean Watson rushed for 20 yards. And even Tua got 11 yards against this Colts defense rushing. So I like the odds there. 12 and a half for
All
Trevor
those guys are
Lawrence.
black.
Who is not?
Who is not?
Who is not?
He's from the island. He's from the island.
Keep that. God, yeah.
Josh Allen was also
Oh,
that
man.
was a good
Oh,
bit.
fuck, I didn't even realize that.
Yeah.
I went to
funny.
2
Close
over.
enough
Alan.
because the lines aren't out though. But how do we feel about ETN?
I feel
and-
really good about that guy.
Why you being an asshole? How do we feel about ATNs over or under? Because it's
Bad.
Yeah.
I think
It would
Yeah,
depend
it's
on
stinks.
the number. I
Hank
think.
Bigsby's
This
the
guy,
man.
ETN's fine.
When
Fancy
I
owner.
see the
brother.
number, I'll let you know.
Yeah,
I wanted Pittman's
I would
yards.
have to know the number.
Pittman's yards aren't up either. They have no
If
Colts.
Flacco's
Well, no,
playing,
yeah.
If Flacco's playing,
Yeah,
you need
if
Pittman.
Flacco's
smash,
playing, yeah.
smash every receiver on the Colts.
Yeah. Josh
Love it.
Downs, especially. Love Josh Downs. in this game.
Agreed. There's not a lot of
1
teams
week.
that have such a completely different offense depending on who's playing quarterback than what the Colts would have with Richardson versus Flacco.
But that's what I
Agreed.
asked though, because the lines wasn't out for ETN or Jonathan Taylor.
Well, Jonathan
JT's
Taylor's not
not
playing,
playing.
so
He's not.
No, 100%
Ankle
not.
sprain.
Trey Sermon's
Or a mid
season.
ankle sprain, I guess.
Sam Chelsea's having a fucking aneurysm listening to
Hand
this
up.
segment.
Did not know that. Hand
Guarantee
up.
it.
Trey Sermon season.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
you
yeah.
call
Shout out to
yourself a
Sam.
line
I
chaser?
kind of like the Colts.
No,
in this
he's
game,
IT.
honestly.
Wow.
I
Listen,
took the
Brand, this
Colts,
is
man.
just like the Jets game, dude. You look at
That's
this game,
why-
you're like,
I'm a fan.
That's
how
why
the
he
fuck
took
are the Jags
the
favored?
Buccaneers plus 1.5.
How?
He
Boy,
faded
shut
the
Make
the
best
fuck
streak
up.
ever.
I
All
was
right.
on the right side of the fucking ball. Shut the fuck
Your
up.
bank
All right.
account doesn't care
Just
about
Stop.
in the division, gross games like this, just a dog, something you don't expect to happen. You always some shit like that. This is such a classic Flacco game to me. And even if Richardson plays, you go, oh, they don't have the run game. This just seems like the kind of game where like the 10 crazy deep shots that he takes every game, like 5 of them connect.
I feel very bad if this is a Flacco start. I will say that. But
Moving
move
on to the banger. Bills on the road in Houston. This game's in a dome. Don't know if you guys knew that.
Best game of the week.
Anybody got any plays on this banger of a game?
Yeah,
Um,
me.
Okay.
Go ahead, me.
Hit it.
CJ Stroud under 256.5 rushing or passing yards.
Rushing yards? Yeah, I'm on that with you.
Passing yards. Just because it's too high. I'm on the under on this game already. I think that it just is going to be I just think the number is too high. That's the whole point of it. I just think the number is too high. 256.5. I didn't write down any stats or anything. I wasn't even going to give this out as a pick until I was talking about the under on this game earlier, and I remembered that I had this. So somebody tell me why I'm wrong.
I don't think you're wrong.
I hope you're not wrong. But
I
we'll
don't
see.
know if that's gonna hit, but I really do like Stephon Diggs over 5.5
you
receptions plus
Stole it from me.
115.
I don't know if I
love
want
this
the receptions.
bet. I love this bet though. I think that it's a revenge game for Stephon.
Oh, he used to play for the Bills.
Oh,
No way.
Oh shit!
No way.
Give me 1 unit. Stephon Diggs over 5.5 at plus 115.
What
Yeah,
did
Joel.
What did Stephon Diggs in this line do against the Vikings? Because that's also a revenge game.
He had
Yeah,
10
but-
catches for 12
Yeah.
on 12
All right.
targets for
All right.
94
He was
yards.
bet, Joel.
best friends with Josh Allen.
Sharp bet, Joel.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm also on that, and I said that in the pod. Give me a unit on Diggs over 5, and because he's fucking old man Diggs. I don't care about how many yards. It's fucking 54.5. Just give me the fucking catches at 5.5.
I'm not playing the yards either.
Get 1 unit on that for your boy.
He's on my fantasy team, but I'm taking the PPR.
It's gonna be a point of emphasis. He's gonna be on Stroud's here, bro. That white boy over there ain't better than you. Come on, man. Give me the fucking ball. Give me the rock. Come on, bro.
That probably
That
is pretty
might
accurate.
is
That's
literally
probably
what
pretty
he's gonna
accurate.
say.
That's pretty accurate.
That's literally what he's gonna say to him. And you know what he's gonna do?
Okay.
What's he
You know,
gonna
yeah,
do?
yeah.
Do that again. What's he gonna do?
Okay.
All right.
I've got a 2-unit play. I said it in the pod. I just don't love this Bills backfield whatsoever.
I
I
was
think it's
looking at this.
really bad. I'm gonna take James Cook rushing receiving under 81.5 at minus 115. I should have said it on the pod. I bet Bijan's under tonight. That was as free gets.
Funny.
So I'm gonna
That
rock
was
it.
free.
I'm gonna.
Do you want to
rock it.
hear what I just looked up? I looked up the last couple of games of their rushing yards. They let up 100 rushing yards to Aaron Jones. They let up 90 rushing yards to Tank Bigsby. And they let up.
Well, Tank had a 70-yard run, so I mean,
Yeah, fair enough. They didn't let up any to fucking the Bears because the Bears can't run the ball.
I also am just not a believer in James Cook. I don't think he's as good as people say.
I don't either.
And Johnson and fucking
Ray Allen,
just
not Ray Allen.
Ray Davis.
Ray Davis.
They are getting
Ray
snaps,
Allen.
especially
Where do you
on
go to college,
passing.
Luke?
Johnson is getting a lot of snaps. So
Trivia question. Bang. Where'd he go, Luke?
Fucking Connecticut.
Kentucky.
Fuck.
keep it moving.
Wait,
Shut up,
real
Big Blue
quick.
Nation. We're winning it all this year.
I've got a reason now for the Shroud under bet. Not a single quarterback has gotten over 200 yards on the Bills yet this year. And I
Really?
don't think that it's really because their secondary is that good. It's because they're so easy to run on. Like even in the week 1 game against the Cardinals, where the Cardinals scored, how many points did they score? 28 points. Kyler only had 162 yards on 31 attempts because they had 120 on the ground.
They also recorded the first ever dynamic kickoff return touchdown.
Right. Yeah. Not a single quarterback has been over 200 yards yet against the Bills. So that's why I'm
How
on
much is
Shroud under.
the wife beater having to do with this?
Apparently none,
Oh,
according to
Vaughn.
Connor.
Pregnant girlfriend.
On the
Get it
wife
right.
beater is not playing, so
That's what he was.
Pregnant girlfriend.
All right.
Also,
Let's
I
move
kind
on.
of lean. I also
Oh,
kind of
wait.
do lean Stephon Diggs against
Whoa.
a touchdown.
Those
What?
are my Cincy lights, motherfucker. I still need a Venmo from. Oh wait, no, you bought me beers at Park. You're good. You're good.
Moving on. Miami Dolphins on the road in New England.
To
Tyree.
call the number
Yeah.
game of the week.
Yeah.
Tyree?
You're betting on this game.
What?
1-800-GAMBLER.
1-800 gambler.
I did, Brant. I'm the under in this game, 35.5.
As of now, they don't have it up. They might have patched the infinite money glitch, but if they haven't, and you see a line for Jacoby Brisket
Luke.
under rushing yards, you smash that shit for as much as you can.
can.
Luke,
What's the
you're gonna,
total, Connor?
35.5 is the total.
Jesus.
Luke, you're gonna.
Let's see.
throw
Has it
up.
changed?
What?
It's 36.5. It's ticked
You
up.
can't take Jacoby's over.
No, Jacoby doesn't have one. I am gonna jump on the Huntley train. Give me over 34.5 rushing yards.
I
Did he
don't
even
hate it.
run
I
last
don't
week?
hate it. I don't
Yeah,
hate it.
he
had
ran
like
8 or 9
36.
times.
He had like
Yeah.
36
Dude,
last week.
He hit it last
The
week.
Ravens cut him from their team this year.
He's a Pro Bowler.
Oh God,
The
that
Browns
you
also-
He's
you
a
could
Pro
I could
Bowler.
make the Pro Bowl if I got enough of
He's
you
a Pro
fucks
Bowler.
voting for me.
Also, you don't need to be a good quarterback in this league to run, according to Corey. So I'm
Right.
just saying you can run. And
Do we look at? Oh, sorry.
and
All the
we
quarterbacks that
suck.
ran against the Colts were good quarterbacks. Josh Allen, Tua, Deshaun, and
right.
Fields.
That's right.
Do we look at Tyreek over 47.5?
Minus
Is this too
115, by the way,
disrespectful?
Corey.
Is this too disrespectful?
Brother,
47.5.
I bet
That's
50
one
and a
ball.
half last week. Don't fall for this. Also, Christian Gonzalez, last time he played him, allowed one catch for, I think, 11 yards and no touchdowns.
That
So
was in
Seagon's gonna be
prime
on him.
time. Nobody cares
Seagon's
about
gonna be
that.
all
All right,
over him.
guys, we're done with this game. Let's
Yeah,
move on.
moving on. Arizona Cardinals on the road in San Francisco. What we got on this one? Somebody.
I already have
Birdie?
James Conner anytime touchdown.
What's Jordan Mason's rushing line at? 95?
86 and a half.
That's
probably
probably
I mean,
Yeah.
Do we like
You
that?
look at this game and your immediate thought is, I would like to play Jordan Mason's over. And then you look at the
Yeah.
number and you're like, Jesus Christ.
Tell me if
I
this
was
makes
looking
sense
at
for you,
Purdy's
boys.
over as well.
You can get Jordan Mason 100 plus minus 125, and his total is 86.5 minus 115.
no, I'm.
What? Like what? Seriously,
Is 100
100 plus is minus.
160.
No, it's minus
No,
125.
it's not. Jordan
Connor,
Mason,
that is
100
rushing
plus,
receiving,
plus
dog.
160. I'm looking
Rushing
right
receiving.
now at it. I'm looking at rush yards, 100
It's
plus.
rushing,
Plus
receiving,
150.
Connor.
Oh, that's the
Try
ultimate
that.
blunder by your host here. Ultimate blunder.
Jesus Christ.
Well, fuck. Wait,
Somebody-
he's not even gonna catch
Purdy's
his fucking
passing
pass.
total is at 264 and a half. He's been over that 3 out of 4 weeks. The only week he didn't make it was the week 1 win against the Jets, where they were up big the whole game and he didn't throw it that much. It just is such a big number. Again, like the Stroud number, 264.5 is so big.
This
But he has
Cardinals
hit it 3 out of
rushing
4.
Cardinals rush D is all awful, atrocious, the worst
Is
in the league.
this Ayuk's
Their
game?
defense is bad. Their passing
Is
defense
it?
is bad too. Their
I
defense
know.
is
think
just bad.
it has to be Ayuk's game.
No,
Is
Up
this
to
Ayuk's
half.
game?
I like the way you're thinking over there.
it doesn't have to be. It really
Definitely
doesn't.
does not
No,
have
it
Is this
it has to. I mean,
60 and a half for
Arizona
what
has
he's done
allowed
is money.
Arizona has allowed 200 rushing yards 2 weeks straight, and now they get the Niners.
So you're telling me Purdy rushing over is what we're looking here, yeah?
I don't hate that at all.
Debo rushing's only 15 yards. Kind of interesting.
Oh,
I don't
Okay.
understand.
He's been getting fucked in the running game.
Finster's not here, so we can't have a full conversation about it. But I don't understand your guys' obsession with quarterback rushing totals this year. I mean, isn't that kind of fucking random? Doesn't it come down to like 2 plays every game?
Yes,
Absolutely, but we love it.
and they never hit.
It's like shooting craps, you know? You just don't know when the 7's coming. You know, you just got to be prepared.
I still don't understand craps.
Yeah. Anybody got
Well, you
anything else?
just play the
No, we
pass
don't.
line, Luke. That's the
It's
easy way to do
interesting
it.
game. The receptions aren't out for this game, but I do like Brandon Ayuk over 23.5 longest reception at -110 for 1 unit.
There you go, Joel.
Okay.
Sharp.
that's my guy. That's
Oh,
my
yeah.
guy.
Sharp. Moving
That's
on.
that's my guy right there.
Las Vegas Raiders on the road in Denver. Can I interest anybody in this game?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
You can interest me right here. The sicko. Let me make you some money. Will Lutz over 1.5 field goals, -125. I mean, this is just free gets, people. Brent, tell them the stat. Tell them the stat, Brent. Tell the people the stat.
About
the red zone efficiency.
Lutz is
No, the red zone
my
inefficiency,
favorite
not
kicker.
Will Lutz.
Well, I don't have a stat for it, but it's bad. It's the
Red
lowest
zone
it's been in a long
efficiency
time.
sucks. It's bad. Teams are selling for field goals, and field goal kickers have never been better. These are moneymakers. The only one I've lost is the Tyler Bass one, and he's sold. He fucking missed one.
I'm winning every field goal better than
win
I do
every
all
field goal
these
bet.
kickers.
These are winners, all winners.
I have an actual play on real football players in this one. It's Jacoby Myers under 43.5 receiving yards.
Oh, Corey, that.
Because Pat Surtain's going to be on him. Surtain said his name specifically in an interview this week when they asked about who they have after Adams. And the total for this game is 35.5 points because the
it's
Denver
35
Broncos
flat.
defense is legit, and Jacoby Myers is not, and
Well-
Pat Surtain is. So I'm playing under 43.5.
Do we
He's
see
not
Aiden
legit.
O'Connell here? Do we take Minshew under and then
And there's
bank
that
on
rookie
O'Connell coming in?
receiver also for the Raiders that's
No.
Trey
had
Tucker?
some.
No,
Yeah,
the,
Turner.
the receiver you want to bet on in this game is Trey Tucker. UC fucking
Tucker,
legend. He's not a rookie. He was in the league last year. Trey Tucker is a fucking dog.
Yeah, that's why I'm playing Myers under.
I know you're
I
sharp
like
as fuck
Tucker.
for that.
All
You're
right,
the
thank
sharpest
you.
better.
Thank you.
Moving on.
43.5, right on the under.
I'm also
Right,
looking
yeah.
at Brock Bowers
What's the
here
juice?
over 4.5 receptions for plus money.
I don't know. I was 110.
I'll-
Give me
I'll
110.
I'll find it.
Somebody's got to catch the ball.
Moving
Brock Bowers.
on. Let's see anything. Moving on.
Somebody does not
Giants.
have to catch the ball in this game. Gardner Minshew against the Broncos defense is not going to have a good
I
game.
don't know what the Raiders are going to do. They might just punt on first down because nobody can run the ball over there either.
Moving on. Giants on the road in Seattle. This is gonna be a good game. I have a strong feeling.
What's Malik Neighbors' reception total at 7?
He might
gonna
not
play?
play. He might not play.
He's not out.
No, he's not. No Giants skill
Props
position
up.
players are out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but they did have the extra rest. I think he plays, but we'll see. It's interesting. I've heard buzz he might not play.
How do the Giants score points?
They don't.
They
It's
don't.
bad, and I want to refund my bet on the Giants immediately because it's not good.
Hey,
Yeah.
Luke, I don't see a Will Lutz.
It's
line.
not on DK, but I found it on BetMGM.
What's
was
the
odds
juice
that I
on
gave
it?
you? It was -115.
1.5, right?
Yes. Every field goal line is set at 1.5.
Is this allowed, fellas?
What?
I thought we were
Allowed.
on DK.
Brother,
but
they
DK's
they
being
I
stingy.
don't, they have Carlson's up there. If you don't like the juice, I don't like. We can update it when it comes out. But I'm telling
Anybody
the
got
people,
anything on the
is the
Seahawks
money
Giants
maker.
game?
I teased the Seahawks down to half a point paired with the Bucks, which hit tonight.
Well, congratulations, you're a winner. Moving
I
on.
want to see Giants props before I bet anything.
Moving on. Green Bay Packers on the road in LA versus the Rams. Man, dude, big Jordan Love game here.
Yeah.
Wow, 1.5 touchdowns for Love is minus 185. Holy Christ!
What's his? Is it 240 for
juiced.
passing?
260.
Jesus,
It's gonna be a big game for the Packers.
that's my QB.
It's gonna be a big game. Stafford's plus money on touchdown passes. That's all you need to know this game. It's gonna be all Packers. I mean,
Give me
I
two
kind of like
units.
Stafford. Oh, go ahead on.
Give me 2 units. Jordan Love 3+ passing touchdowns.
Where is that at? Because that's
Plus
literally what I
220.
was looking for.
Plus 220. He's not going to come out of the game. They'll throw the ball whenever they want to. It's just I might lose this one. I'll be honest. If I was listening to this podcast, I probably wouldn't take this, but I fucking love it. So 3+ plus 220, 2 units, Corey.
Did you guys see Kyron's juice on his anytime?
Yeah, it's fucking
Yeah.
It's
nice.
hilarious.
Minus 180.
210.
He's the only one that can score.
I have a play on this game. The Rams rush D is not very good. I just saw DeAndre Swift go for 93 yards against them. Josh Jacobs' line right now is set at 63.5. I know he
Can I
hasn't.
stop you right there?
I know he hasn't looked good at all. I know. I understand.
Josh
Yeah,
Jacobs
but
is good.
There's not many backs in that backfield right now. Emmanuel Wilson is more of a pass catching back. I like Josh Jacobs to bounce back here over 63.5 rushing yards in this game. The Rams defense, I saw David Montgomery in week 1 go fucking crazy against them. DeAndre Swift, Jordan Mason did well against them, and James Conner rushed for 122 yards against them in week 2. So
I like it, Corey.
I'm not gonna bet him.
I'm gonna bounce off this. I also really like that. I'm trying to look right now. I can't put the parlay together, but I really like Josh Jacobs over 63.5 and an anytime touchdown parlay. But I can't put them together, so I can't get the odds on it for some reason.
give me a sec.
Kyron at minus 210 implies what, a 36 touchdown pace for the season?
Brother, he's had I think he's at 6 or 7 right now. He literally has a touchdown in every game, right? So,
yeah, he won't get there. I promise. Not that this week.
I bet he will.
Not that this week is the week it falls off. But
He'll have
eventually
17
fall
plus
off.
touchdowns this year. He'll have more than
I
every
have
game.
a play.
Yeah, 17 is different than 36.
I have a play.
Joel,
I have a
those
play.
odds are plus
I have a play.
126.
I have a play.
Plus,
I also have a
What do
play.
you got, Connor?
Plus money.
Do I have a play? I got a
give me
play.
one unit on that, please.
I got a play here.
Yeah.
It's my waiver wire pickup of the week in fantasy. Give me Dontavian Wicks over 3.5 receptions, minus
well,
150.
Let me come to bat because I found another line I like. Give me Dontavian Wicks anytime touchdown score. 1 unit plus 165. Just coming off 2.
Oh, is that what it is? Him and Love have a connection, dude. It's real. It's real.
His win rate as a receiver is unbelievable.
Dog.
He should be him and Jaden Reed should be the 1 and 2 here. Dobbs is great, but Wicks is a fucking man. So
Dobbs is hurt. Watson's hurt. Wicks is a baller. He literally just came on the injury report.
Dobbs is hurt.
He's hurt. Listen to me.
Connor called me Wednesday morning gloating about how big of a win he had because he picked up Josh Downs, who's the number 2, maybe 3 receiver for Anthony Richardson, and Dontavian Wicks, who was the number 4 receiver on the depth chart coming into the season.
Not no more. Not no more.
I will say I'm not going to bet this because he's my fucking king. He's my dog. He's my ride or die. Thank you for winning me the championship last year in fantasy football, Kyron Williams. Under 82.5. I like a lot, but I'm not going to take it.
Yeah, Dontavian Wicks at 3.5 receptions is. I mean,
What was the juice on anytime?
I like the Wicks plays, guys. The Packers can score a million fucking points in this
175.
game.
165.
165.
Great. I like the anytime TD hunt. He's on the fantasy squad, but I'm not going to take it. But I like the catches. Moving on.
Corey,
Oh,
what was my line?
Plus 126 on it.
All right, thank you.
moving on. Dallas Cowboys on the road in Pittsburgh.
I'm curious, does Corey have a spread play on the spread for this one?
Brant.
Brant,
guess.
if, I know you weren't here for the pod, but I'm only betting 2 Steelers spreads for the entire season. This, in fact, is not one of the games this week. You will have to tune in on Line Chasers, on the podcast, Apple Music, Spotify, YouTube,
Apple
TikTok,
Music. Apple
all-
Music.
whatever, Apple Podcast.
Apple
you
I'll
have
be
to
tuned in.
You'll have to
I
tune
won't
into the
miss a
Line
minute.
Chasers
Joel.
podcast to find out when the 2 games that I'm betting the Steelers.
Jesus Christ.
Speaking
All
of
right.
betting on the Steelers, you can't right now because nobody knows which one of the running backs is going to play this week. So you can't bet
I
on
tell
the
you,
rushing
Najee
overs,
Harris is going to play.
but
I know that
will
much.
tell you what, I want to bet the over for all of them. Shout out Warren Sharp football. Steelers have played the best 3 of the top 5 run defenses in the
I saw
league
this. I saw this.
the last 3 weeks. Cowboys are 27th ranked run defense in the league. Steelers want to run the ball.
It's about to
They're going to
explode.
run the ball, and they're
Are
going
you
to
taking
fucking.
Najee over?
I would take Najee and I would take Warren, but neither of those lines are out.
Warren's been a DNP. I don't think he's going to play. Patterson's
Is
been a
Patterson gonna play?
DNP.
Cordell's also on
I
the injury
don't know.
report. He
He's
did
a
not practice
DNP.
Then I'll
It's
take
bad.
Najee's as long as it's under 70. 'cause
It's
I'm
probably
not
gonna
betting
be
that
up
shitter to
there.
go at 70.
Close to that.
I'm also
Under
looking
70,
at
I'll take
all
it.
Dallas
Has he been over
receivers.
70 in his career?
That's his
I'm
big
also
thing.
looking at
Listen.
all Dallas receivers. Pittsburgh's very suspect in the pass game. They're gonna have to throw. They literally cannot run.
Really? You're suspect, but I thought you have the best corners in the league, Corey.
Joey Porter's gonna
Wait.
lock
Joey
up.
Porter's
CeeDee
an
No,
all pro.
Listen,
He's
the
an all-pro,
Steelers, the
Corey.
Steelers secondary had
These
played very
guys
well
are
up
like
until
bugs.
up
I
until
just
last
want to
week.
fucking squash them.
Up
They're
until
so
last
annoying.
week, the secondary was good. We did not prepare for Joe
You didn't
Flacco.
prepare for 45-year-old Joe Flacco to come and tear you apart.
Neither did half the teams in the NFL last year when he came in and played for Cleveland and he
The
lit the
Houston
fuck
Texans
up.
did.
Yeah, after 8 games of film, you stupid fuck.
Why didn't you watch those 8 games, brother? It was
Because we're preparing for AR. We're preparing for a guy that can only throw
I
for
promise
150
I
yards.
promise every team that plays for the Colts has had practices talks.
No,
about,
I
hey,
guarantee
when
you
this
every
guy
team-
gets hurt because he gets hurt every game.
I guarantee you every team that plays the Colts prepares for Jonathan fucking Taylor, you stupid fuck.
Hunter, please.
Yeah, so I have an actual play here other than Luke and Corey just rambling.
Yeah.
2 units here. I'm gonna mega unit this. I love this line. Arguably my favorite. One, him and Brian Thomas. Give me Jalen Tolbert over 34.5 receiving yards.
Ooh.
Um,
Look at Lou.
The Jalen Tolbert.
I don't even hate it, but just the Jalen Tolbert nuke is crazy.
Yeah, absolutely. It's called finding value. You stick to kickers, I'll stick to winning.
Oh.
Give me,
Kickers are like 4-1.
give me. How many units are you up?
shit.
Brother,
Yeah, thank
you're
you.
barely even.
I'm up 3 now because my will play Bucky.
Oh,
Irving.
true.
Thanks, buddy.
But you lost because you had the Bucks money line in a play.
That's only 1 unit. I'm
But
up
you're
2.
still up money. You are still up money.
Yeah, shut up, Dion.
Shut the fuck up, Corey.
Give me Jalen
Shut up,
Tolbert.
Dion.
What's the juice on that?
Minus 110. Same reason as Brant. I do think Joey Porter's good. CD, I can't win with him. I don't know he hit last week. I get that, but I just don't trust them yet. There's not enough firepower in this offense to make it viable to go CD again, especially with no run game. So I just think it's a good line. I don't like Brandon Cooks at all. So
He's not
Let
playing.
He's
Let me
not even
quick
posted.
pushback
He's
real
not
quick,
gonna
Hunter.
Yeah,
Perfect.
I think you're on tilt with CD Lamb here. I think CD Lamb's the play, but you've lost on him too much. You can't see it.
absolutely, and
Joey
that's
Porter's
fine.
got that shit locked.
As a fantasy owner, I'm not happy.
I got
Yeah,
one play on
that's
this game.
reasonable.
I wanted to take George Pickens over
My
54.5
fucking
yards
guy.
at minus 115. I think that he clears this by at least 25 yards.
This is Joel's
50.
coming back to Earth week for sure.
He clears it by 50.
All right.
Hey, and I said 25. And I'm not a Steelers fan, but I also do think that George Pickens is one of the most talented wide receivers in the NFL.
He is.
Top 10. I really do.
Yeah,
He is.
my guy.
He
I'm
is.
not
He is.
I'm not as
Talent wise, he is a top 10 receiver. Talent wise.
talent-wise. I'm not saying stat-wise or
He
whatever.
runs more than Stout.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
I think George,
Yes, he is.
I think George Pickens
Yes, he
a
is.
top 15 wide receiver.
Of all time.
No, I'm not going that.
Yes.
But please give me George.
Oh,
Pickens
oh
over
my
54.
god.
Give me George
Oh
Pickens
my-
Anyway,
over 54.5.
I am also on this
Okay.
line.
One unit.
Yeah,
unit.
I got it in. I also have 1 unit on George Pickens over 54.5 receiving yards, only because Trayvon Diggs is fucking dog shit at his job. And
I don't mind
even
the
know.
over,
I have-
but why the fuck are we having top 10 discussions?
He said
What is
50
that?
all
He-
time.
he honestly might
took this
top
line.
three.
Corey took this line. Give me
Back
the
up.
under.
Oh,
Oh wow. Okay.
Joel,
Just
That was
what
a joke.
is?
That was a joke.
Your
That was
bank
a-
account is gonna fuck. Yeah,
that was
I
a
was about to
joke.
say.
That was a
All
joke.
right.
That was a
George
joke.
Pickens over 54.5 receiving yards. Trayvon Diggs is cooked fucking bacon. He's so fucking garbage at his job. Also, his son is probably going to be in attendance because it's a Sunday night football game. And I want to watch his son fucking cry when George Pickens is grittying on his fucking face.
Okay.
all right, moving on.
No, hold on. I got an interesting toss out there. I got an interesting toss. Do you guys remember how many rush attempts CeeDee Lamb had last week? He has the longest rush for the Dallas Cowboys this year.
I did see that.
Who does?
His
Who does?
20
CeeDee
CeeDee
Lamb.
Lamb. His rushing total at 25 plus is plus 1,000. Just saying. If he breaks one, that's a big money maker. There you
Yeah,
go.
all right. We
You got
appreciate
TJ
that.
Watt stealing that.
I don't love that, Luke. I gotta tell you, I don't love that.
This week. I do not.
I don't
love that
think
this
that's
week.
gonna. I don't think that's gonna hit. If I gotta be honest with you, I don't think
Moving
that's gonna hit.
on.
I'm just saying.
Moving on. New
It's
Orleans
happening.
Saints on the road in Kansas City Monday night. Last one.
Great
Thank
game.
you, Jesus. Will be a very good game. The Chiefs are in trouble, I feel like. Anybody got anything for this?
I'm out.
I'm out. I'm done.
I was listening to a podcast today in which a guy said that Chiefs second half unders have
Yep.
hit in 18 of the last 21 or something like that.
I was listening to BS.
That
Pod.
defense is good.
Yeah. Yeah, it was. He gave credit to Spagnola for making adjustments in the middle of the game, but yeah,
The Chiefs defense is elite. They have been for the past 2 years.
He then quoted that it might also be partially aura, which was a great quote. He said it was the Chiefs' aura when you think that you have to come back against Patrick Mahomes. I like Patrick Mahomes to throw an interception minus 125. Give me that 1 unit. He's done it in every game this year.
he's gonna force the ball downfield with the kind of weapons that they have on offense now. He might just be check down king for the rest of the year.
He's throwing Stevie Wonders every week, dude. He's just fucking chucking it. I
Throwing
don't know what
books.
he's doing.
Call me crazy.
I literally
but
don't
think
know what
this
he's
could be a
doing.
low-scoring game. Please give me Patrick Mahomes under 131 and a half.
Love it, Joel.
Yeah,
That's a
minus
big balls
150.
bet.
131 and a half.
231
Wait.
and that. Oh my god.
131 and a half
under,
plus
please.
1250.
I got nothing.
Mahomes
Anybody?
injury.
Also, Brent, I'm going to ride with that shout from the BS pod, and we're going to rock under 20 and a half for the second half total, minus 108, 1 unit.
Yeah, I'll probably just wait to get it live, but I like it.
Yeah, give me 2 units. Patrick Mahomes over 1.5 touchdowns thrown. Prime time. I just don't see a way where the Chiefs don't score 2 fucking touchdowns. I don't think Kareem Hunt's going to be running that well. It's plus money, plus 105. I think that's decent value for Mahomes.
Take me off the under 20 and a half. I'm going to take it live. That was a smart play.
Yes, sir.
I don't fuck with Mahomes in prime time. I know he hasn't been good this year, but
Anybody else?
The more I'm thinking about this, scratch my bet too.
What are we
No,
doing
no,
here, guys?
Give me. Fuck Patrick Mahomes. He ain't gonna do shit. It's the Saints. He ain't gonna do shit.
throw for 219.
It's-
Anybody got anything else?
Keep me.
Yeah, I think that the Amazon crew has told Al Michaels that people say he's boring and he needs to be more exciting when they score touchdowns, and it just sounds even worse. Then he just let him be Al. He said, "Do you believe in miracles?" You don't fucking tell him the way he's supposed to announce games. Just let him be himself. And he's missing, like, Herb Street's great, but he doesn't have the same chemistry he had with Collinsworth, and it's sad to see my goat go out like this.
Al's hatred for penalties is so fucking funny, dude. It's so funny. Every time there's a flag, he's just literally just like, he's such a bitch about it. I love it.
Yeah, he follows the rules.
Yeah.
All right. That's a wrap. This was probably one of our best ones yet. So we
It was
will
something.
It was something. It was different. So we will be back
5-0.
Sunday with reactions. Be here, be square. Good luck to everybody, and that's gonna be a wrap.
Next Sunday when we come back, Corey's gonna be 5-1.
Tail the whales.
I need $1
Peace.
bad.
I need $1 bad.